All right, coaches, welcome. This is I almost said it's February. Wow, what month is it? It's November. That it was funny because our pastor was talking all today about how today was October still. I'm like, no, it's November. So we are in November. We're on November 2nd, and I'm very excited because there's a lot to discuss tonight, a lot to go over. I want to start with a couple things that I got from as a Diamond coach. We get Diamond emails, and just to give you guys a heads up on what some of the new things are, some of the new program notes, well, not new programs, but program notes that are happening. For Success Club this month, you get a book from Dave Ramsey called EntreLeadership. I love this book. It's a fantastic book. I've read it at least once. I've taken a couple of his seminars. It's a great book. So Success Club, doesn't matter if it's 5 or 10, you're going to get a Dave Ramsey book. The challenge pack that's on sale is the PIO challenge pack. Again, that one is actually, there's three challenge packs. So there's one called the new PIO Kickstart challenge pack. And this includes, wow, this is pretty cool. This includes PIO, 3-day refresh, and then obviously Shakeology for $180. So that's a huge discount because I think PIO itself is what, like 170 or is $70, and the 3-day refresh is 70, and Shakeology is 140. So yeah, that's a huge discount right now. The PIO Kickstart challenge pack. There's a standard challenge pack back down to 140 from a regular 160 price. Okay. And then the Ultimate Reset package is discounted at $275. So if you plan on doing the Ultimate Reset package, that is discounted as well. And let's see. Oh, there's just some tips right there. And then there's a little bit of kind of some tips on Emerald coaches and above, and kind of seeing what their results were for doing the Emerald to Diamond pilot group. Anybody that participated in that saw a rank advancement up to Diamond in 6 months or sooner. So that was the email that I got, but I just wanted to give you guys some heads up on that. So Success Club and the challenge pack. The Super Saturday, that's not for another couple months. Put that on your calendar. I don't remember when that is. You may want to look. It's usually the second or last weekend in January. And so those are some of our announcements that you guys have. So let's jump right into this. I wanted to set and jumpstart November because I think this is a great month to start getting people excited about health and fitness. We have the holidays coming up. What tends to happen, especially with a lot of coaches, is they take November and December for granted because they figure they're going to do all their work in January. Well, the thing is, if you start your prep work now, and you start, you're inviting people, and even if they say no, think about all those no's that you have leading up to the new year as well. So you're actually going to have a lot more people that you can talk to when the new year comes around, instead of just waiting until the last week of the year before you say, okay, I got my new challenge going, right? So I'm going to give you a couple tips and a couple tricks that have worked for me. This past month, got eight Success Club points off of 4 challenge packs. I'll get into that here in a little bit. But really, there's 2 big things that I'm seeing from our team, and I want to help you guys address these. The first thing is like challengers. How do I keep my challengers engaged? What do I say when somebody's interested in my challenge or interested in my, joining my challenge, interested in a program or product? What do I say for that? And then coaches, how do if I have challengers, I have somebody on Shakeology Home Direct, how do I approach them to become coaches? So we're going to go over those 2 things here very, very quickly. And then before I dive into the 8 points and with 4 challenge packs, I want to go over this for you guys so you guys have this. So starting with challengers, if I create a post about a challenge group or a challenge, it's very simple. It's not very pointed. I mean, there's not a lot of stuff behind it. It's basically just raw. And I mean that, like, I may put a post up of, let's say, Sarah has some great results, or somebody else in my challenge group has really good results. And instead of just writing it, pictures on Facebook get far more likes and comments than non-pictures. Now, there's some studies that are going the opposite direction, but right now the trend is pictures. So even if you have a picture with like cool wording and stuff, I use PicMonkey. So let's say I don't have one of my challengers before and after photos, but they've lost 10 pounds, okay? This actually happened. They lost 10 pounds so far in 2 weeks in a challenge, and I don't have their picture. By the way, you can use full disclosure, you can use any of my challengers, and you may just want to ask the coach if somebody's losing weight, if you can use theirs. You don't have to use yours to promote it, okay? So just ask that coach or ask that person and be like, hey, is it okay if I, talk to you about the challenge? Because when I say my challenge, I mean that challenge group that you guys are all in, that's everybody's challenge group. That's not just mine, that's everybody's. So use, Carl Deichler has given full disclosure to use any before and afters that are put up on Beachbody. You can say they're part of the challenge, okay? Don't call it your challenge. It's just the wording a little bit. So one thing that I'll put in there, so I'll go to PicMonkey.com. You can set it up so you can just do like a fun little background, and then I may put in like something very simple. Challenger lost 15 pounds, 12 inches. That was the average, and then like cool little graphics or whatever. And then post that to Facebook with a little message. Want to get in shape or want to struggle eating healthy during Thanksgiving. Well, here's I'm going to do a 21-day quick challenge before then to help you get in shape or whatever. You guys know that wording, and I'll put, I can put some examples up there, but pretty much posting that and having that ready to go. But what happens when you have somebody that says, okay, yes, I'm interested? So that's the big thing. Posting those is okay, and we'll go through some of the other things with that too, but that's the big thing. Somebody says I'm interested, you have to be prepared to take them from that point to sign up point, right? So I ask a lot of questions, and here's the very first thing I say is if they've liked or comment, I just say, hey, Tiffany, thank you so much for your message or for your comment or for your like on my page. I hope you're doing fantastic. I would love to hear more about your health and fitness goals. What do you want to accomplish this quarter? What do you want to accomplish in November? I'd love to hear more, Nick. That's it. I keep it very short, and then all I do is you don't ask questions just to ask questions. This is the biggest thing, because people can tell. If you're just asking questions just to ask questions, like, oh, what do you want to get? Okay, what's your goal? Okay, they can tell that you're not being genuine. So you need to ask questions to figure out what they need. Typically, I like to go to their page, and I like to find, if I don't know a whole lot about them, or I do, they have 3 kids. Well, I know from past experience, not personal experience, but I know from past customer experience that with 3 kids, time is a big issue. Young kids, you don't have a lot of time to work out, right? So I'm trying to figure out what it is that they need. So we start that dialogue, we keep it going, and from there, it's really just about that communication back and forth. There's a little bit of a dance, okay? And so there's a little bit of a kind of a, what do you need? What do you want? What is it that you can do? I think where most coaches, you guys get that part, right? You get that part. That's you understand that. Then the trouble comes, well, how do I go from that to asking them to join my challenge group? And I think that's where the biggest fear comes in. That's the biggest hesitation. That's natural. So what I love to do is I make it very pointed. I say, okay, Tiffany, I get it. I get that you need something in your life. Here's what I have. Here's what I can do. I can put you in a group that'll hold you accountable. I can give you a workout program, and I can give you a nutrition plan. If that's something you're interested in, I would love to share more information. Okay? That's that transition. Here's what I have for you. Okay? You show them what you have for them. I have nutrition. I have fitness. I have peer-to-peer support. And then I send them the video of PIO, P90, whatever the program I'm using, and I have her watch it. And I say, hey, I'm going to follow up with you tomorrow at 7. I'll send you a message then, or I'll call you then, okay? So I've set up that appointment, but I'm starting that process of bringing her to a decision, right? And if I say, okay, I'm going to start this group on November 5th. Are you in? That's the question I ask. Are you in? because they're going to say yes or no. And if you never ask that question, you're never going to get an answer from them. So I asked them, are you in? Well, what does it cost? Those are the questions, that sort of thing comes up. So then we talk about that. Here's what it costs. Here's some of the things that happen. Here's what I'm going to do, though, and this is what I do with everybody. I go, I'm going to put you in my group for about 3 days so you can see a sneak peek. I love doing this, you guys. It works tremendous. And so I say, I'm going to put you in my group for about 3 days so you can see what it's about. You're not going to have a program. You're not going to have your Shakeology, but you're going to see what the group is all about. And a lot of times that group, you guys do a great job. That group sells itself. So after about 3 days, I go back to them, or within that 3 days, and I say, you see how there's so much support. There's so much, there's a community there. I would love for you to be a part of this community. The PIO Challenge Pack right now is on sale for $140. I would love for you to get started, and I can help you. I know I can help you hit these goals. Is it a lot of money? Yes, but I know you can do it, okay? And if they say no, that's okay, you guys. That's okay. I usually follow up with, that's absolutely all right. I'll definitely love to get in contact with you next month so I can see how you're doing by then. And then maybe once a week I send them a message. Now, if they have not followed up with me or they have not said no, here's my follow-up. So I place them on a list, and let's say they're like, well, I watched the video, and they're still trying to decide. And you're like, I don't want to be that pushy salesperson. So here's what I do. I say, hey, Tiffany, I hope you're doing great. I actually thought of you today when you posted about your kids, okay? Looks like they're doing great. Love the Halloween costumes. Oh, just wanted to let you know that I'm putting together my next challenge. I didn't want to leave you out if you were still interested. Would love to chat. Great hearing from you. That's the big one. I didn't want to leave you out if you were still interested. I use that saying all the time, and it works fantastic. If you're trying to follow up with someone, right? You guys get that? If you're following up with someone, you're trying to figure out if they're still interested, if they're not interested. I didn't want to leave you out. I did this with, we have a new coach signing up tomorrow. I did this with her like 2 days ago. I said, hey, I didn't want to leave you out of this opportunity that I'm doing. Just want to make sure you're still interested because we're going to get started very soon. Give them a date on when you're going to get started. If you don't have a date on when you're going to get started, it starts to linger and it starts to carry on. And then all of a sudden they're like, well, I don't know. So I always ask, I say, are you ready? Are you ready to do this? No, I'm not ready. That's okay. I would love to help you. Let's stay in contact. I'm going to actually remove you from the group because it's a benefit to be in the group, but let's stay in contact. You guys can have a free group. Now that's what I do because I want them to commit, one, financially, and two, to their program if they're going to be a part of our group. Okay, that's one of the benefits. That's what they're paying for in that group. All right, so that's what I love to do. It works. The other thing I want you guys to do is I want you to create videos. This may scare you. Yeah, it's gonna scare you. And you know what? I don't care. It's scary. It's scary. Okay, I understand. But here's the thing: people need to see your face. I just got done with a conference call with Tracy not too long ago, and the biggest thing that we talked about was we can get so caught behind this computer. That's why I love these interactions with you guys, because I can see your faces. We get caught behind the computer, and you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be skinny mini, okay? You just have to be yourself, and people want yourself. And so creating a video can just be, hey guys, I'm so proud of you today for doing your workouts. Congratulations on finishing week 1. Keep it up. People want to see that side of you. And what that does is, there's science behind this. When you, there's 3 chemicals in your brain that are feel-good chemicals. There is serotonin, okay? That's a chemical in your brain that is released. There's, I believe I'm saying this right, oxytocin is another chemical. And then the third one is, oh my gosh, I'm going to forget it, but I'll come back to that one. Dopamine. And so you release these chemicals when you work out, you release them at different times. When you accomplish a goal, you release a different one versus another one. Now, some of them are very short, goal-oriented chemical releases. The one for trust, building trust, and long-term relationships is oxytocin, I believe is how you say it. And that chemical is the chemical you release when you're around your family, when you're around people you trust. And that does not come from a message on a Facebook post. That comes from one-on-one interaction. And so if you want somebody to trust you, if you want somebody to purchase a challenge pack from you, you've got to be real. And that's why I say creating those videos, because it takes someone from that point of, oh, she's just a message and a picture, to she's a real person. He's a real person. And I trust them. And okay, here's my $140. Help me. So that also comes into handy too when you start to grow a team. And that's why I want to get you guys more together. That's why we need this. And even you release even more of that chemical when you're together, not just one-on-one like this, but when you're in a room together. And that trust builds, that bond builds, and people will be customers of yours for life. Not just once, not just twice, life, okay? So that's why crafting videos is so powerful, you guys. I would say probably the number one way people sign up coaches or sign up customers is through YouTube. Facebook and Instagram work too, but a lot of the coaches that have videos, when I can tell you right now, when I was looking to see which coach I wanted to sign up with, I went to a lot of different people's videos and I found the person that I trusted the most. That's what I did. I met with a lot of you. Now I know Annabelle was a little bit different because you were kind of gifted to me from a past coach, but you guys, we've all met. We all have a bond. We all have a connection that we made, right? That's why I meet with potential new coaches, not just try to sign them up on the phone if they're in my area. So they can see me, they can see that I'm real. That being said, what happens if you have a challenger or somebody who's buying Shakeology consistently, or somebody who's been buying the programs a lot? How do you approach them about coaching? That's the one big thing. I saw this with our group, and I said, I haven't been doing a good job of sharing that with you guys. So there's two options I give people. They can either just get the coach discount because they've already bought their challenge pack, or they can run their own challenges. I don't really say anymore run your own business. I just say run your own challenges, because that seems less scary than running your own business. Even though that's what you're doing, running your own, not running your own challenge, but hosting your own challenge, being a part of your own challenge seems less scary. So if I'm going to approach somebody, and some of you guys have seen this with the coaches that we've approached, I always use videos. I use either Tracy's videos that she's created. I create my own, again, interaction, seeing the Team Beachbody video that we have out there. But the big thing is, again, asking them questions. Hey, have you ever considered becoming a coach and getting 25% off? Here's how it can benefit you. Sharing what does this do for me? That's what they want to know. How can this benefit you? This can benefit you because you're already paying $140 for Shakeology, or $130, whatever it is, plus tax and shipping. Here's what you get. You get it for 25% off. That's really awesome. And I know with a family of 4, saving money any way we can, that's what it's all about. So I really want to relate to them. How can this benefit them? That doesn't mean they're going to run their own group. That doesn't necessarily mean they want to grow a business. But here's how you make that transition. So you've told them, hey, you would make a fantastic coach. If running your own business right now or running your own challenge group right now is too scary, just do it for the discount. I would absolutely love you to do this for the discount, and you'd be a rock star if you decide to do this. But no worries, no pressure. This is what I want. Now, 2 things that come to mind with that. One, even by you having a coach, a discounted coach, you guys, you can hit Emerald Coach. Okay, so I'm thinking strategically for you guys. Let's say you have 1 discounted coach and your spouse, or you have 2 discounted coaches. Yes, it's not necessarily growing a good team, but you're going to start getting a few leads coming in. You're going to start getting a little bit more traction in your business, okay? And then you're going to get confidence in talking to discounted coaches, right? Now, if you have somebody who wants to grow a business, let's talk about how to do that. But really, this kind of gets that ball rolling a little bit, all right? Now, here's the thing. The other thing I want them to do is I also say, I'm going to include you in my community. If you guys take anything away from this little thing, here it is right now. You need to be, and this is going back to those 3 chemicals we talked about that are released in the brain, you need to show them what your community is. Our community for a challenger is the challenge group. It's all those people posting their happy posts, right? The happy post. It's the community is our Team Beachbody community. So if they go to, why do you think coaches who go to events stay in this longer? Because they make lifelong connections. So if I have somebody who says, well, I'm just doing this for the discount, I said, that's all right. But I'm gonna include you in the community anyway. Is that okay with you? And most times they're gonna say yes. I've never had anybody say no, okay? And they see the interaction, they see the community, they see what's going on, they see you guys advancing in Success Club and maybe making $50 here or $100 there. And they're like, all of a sudden the light bulb turns on one day and they say, you know what, I wanna do that. And they go from a discount coach to a coach that wants to grow a business, okay? So that's how I try to transition people into the coaching opportunity. And remember, if they've been in part of your challenge group and they bought a challenge pack, they can upgrade for free. So that's always a selling point, okay? And a couple quick things. So a couple quick things based off of that. We're going to have, I've already created the JMax team and the leadership team. You guys should all be a part of that group. If you're not, I can add you. I'll make sure that everybody's a part of that. That's for brand new coaches. That's more for, you can add anybody to that group. And what I would say, if you're going to add somebody who's just a discount coach, I would say, hey, I'm going to add you to this group. You don't have to do anything right now, but at least you'll get a feel for the community again. And so that's the JMax Team Legacy Ignited Leadership and Coach Basics group. And what this is we're going to go through the John Maxwell trainings. We're going to combine it with Coach Basics because we're signing up some awesome coaches and just kind of keep it rolling from there. Tracy's a part of this group, so she wanted to be a part of it to sneak peek and look into it and then kind of see, what we're all about. So this, even if you're an old coach, this is going to be a good opportunity for you to kind of get some basic stuff. Kind of know, about placement and all these sort of things. Last thing I want to talk about real quick, and before we wrap up, is how I got 8 Success Club points in with 4 challenge packs sold. So this is not for everybody, but I did most of the research for you guys, and I found that this works. Now, there was one of them that actually was just from my regular Facebook page, okay, that bought a challenge pack through just like a basic challenge group post, interaction back and forth. She knew me from past people. I did a fitness thing with her a while ago. So she was a friend that knew me from then. But the other 3 were actually through my like page. And if you don't have a like page, here's my thoughts on those. Doing 2 pages, it can get kind of tough if you can barely keep up with one. Some coaches don't like pages. Some coaches do. I like it for this reason alone. I only try to do 1 post a day, 1 or 2 posts a day. But there's a little button on the right-hand side that says boost a post. And so what I did was, I'm trying to actually find the challenge group post that I boosted. But I did a little challenge group post. I posted on a Sunday night at 9 o'clock. That's my biggest traffic. That's the biggest time I get traffic. Now, you may be different because you may be a stay-at-home mom who it's during nap time, 10 o'clock, that you get the biggest traffic. I don't know what your traffic time is going to be. Mine is 9 o'clock on Sundays. So the post was a simple post. I think I used a picture of people working out together. I used one of my pictures of like one of our P90X groups working out. I posted on there, and then and it was something to the effect of I can't believe I thought I had it up, but I don't have it up. Anyway, I boosted the post to my local area for roughly $15, $20. Like, it wasn't that much. And what happens is it'll go out, it'll come up to the top of everybody's news feed, okay? And it will be there right away. Now I'll post tonight on actually what I said. But basically it was just simple. Hey, I'm looking for people to help lose weight during this time frame. I'm looking for 4 or 5 people that are, struggling with their health and fitness, struggling with their weight loss. And I'll post exactly what it said so you guys see that. I had a lot of comments on that. Now, $20 is what I spent, right? I sold 4 challenge packs, so I made 200. So $180 is what I benefited. Plus, I got to take that $20 and write it off. So you got to ask yourself, maybe that's something you want to try. You want to try to boost a post for $5 or $2. It doesn't matter what you're, and you can do it. It's not daily. It's just a one-time boost, and you're good. $4, $5, $6, $10, whatever it is, and that just determines on how many people actually get to see it. But you can only do that with a like page. So you got to pick an awesome picture that's going to grab people's attention. And I recommend you do it in your area. Don't worry if you're in my area. People are going to relate to you more than they'll relate to me in different ways. They see a picture of a guy, with flexing arms. It's going to scare some people away that, they don't want big arms, right? So people are going to relate to you. You got to think about who do I want to attract? So it may be, hey, listen up, Des Moines. I'm doing a 21-day Get Fit Mom Challenge. Here's what I'm looking for. 5 moms that are struggling with losing weight because they just had kids. All right? It's not P90X, all that stuff. And so what happened was, got a lot of messages. I say, message if you're interested. That's the big one. I want them to message me because that shows they're really interested, okay? And then we go through that whole song and dance again. So that was one way that went from none to, and so I tried it, and I really got the results down. I actually did 4 different posts to see which one works, and I have the one that works the best for you guys. So you can really copy and paste if you want. Especially, if you're in this, if you're in my town, people might see the same thing. So I recommend tweaking it a little bit for you, but using a different picture that works. Okay. Are you guys interested in that post? Okay. All right, just hit end. We're almost done. The last thing I want to talk about real quick before we finish up. So I will get that on the page ASAP tonight, okay, so you guys can see it. And then you just set up, promote a post on Facebook. Again, I would do about 10 to 15, I think it's 10 to 25 miles within your area. You want to boost it within your area. That's my biggest recommendation. You can try to boost it outside your area, but when you boost it in your area, when you pick a specific area, you actually increase the amount of people that your boost of post is going to see. Does that make sense? So if you try to have it in the entire United States, you're not gonna. The entire United States isn't going to see it, right? But if you have it in your area, there's only, like where I live, there's only 40,000 people. So if I were to boost it for the entire state, I have over 3 million, and it's going to get spread out, and not as many people are going to see it. But 40,000, it's condensed into that, so Facebook will throw it into those 40,000. Boom, 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 boom. Well, not all of them. Depends on how much you pay for it. But that's another story for here. The last thing I want to talk about before we wrap up is one thing I didn't do a great job of with you guys, and I don't know if it's me being a visual person. When you create your goals, I don't want you guys to go small on the goals. I want you guys to dream big. That's going to be that was the theme at Summit, was dreaming big. I really want you guys to do that. I want you to think beyond what you want Beachbody to do for you, beyond just the simple things like challenge groups and Success Club, that sort of thing. I want you to really think huge. Like, what is it that you really want this business to leave behind? And we talk about this being your why. I'm going to take it a step further. What is your legacy with this business? What do you want to leave it? And, a lot of people that give up on their health and fitness, or they give up on this business, they're giving up because they see it as a short-term goal for short-term wins. And so when they don't lose the 30 pounds in a month, oh, this doesn't work, I'm throwing it away, right? Or they don't make $1,000 in their first month and they throw this away and say it doesn't work. I want you guys to dream a lot bigger, because when it comes down to it, are your goals going to keep you going? Probably not, but your dream is. Your dream is what's going to pull you through those tough weeks where everybody keeps telling you no. Your dream's going to pull you through the months where you have one coach quit on you and it's you're thinking it's the end of the world. Your dreams are also going to pull you through where you sign up so many people and you start to build this community of amazing experiences, and you have so many amazing people around you and so many amazing opportunities, and that dream is going to keep pushing you forward. Because honestly, guys, I was thinking about this the other day. What happens if you hit your goal? Like, think about this. You have a goal. What happens if you hit it? Is it it? Is that it? Is that done? That's why so many people, when they hit their weight loss goal, they struggle because they hit it, and now what? You set another goal, right? But you've hit the big one. I've hit 50 pounds. All right, now what? What's the next thing you're going to do, right? So there's always a bigger mountain peak we're trying to climb. But if you don't have the absolute end goal or the absolute end dream in mind, hitting those small goals, you're just going to hit them, and then it's not going to feel fulfilling. Tony Horton says his main goal is not, when he was starting, wasn't to lose weight. It's because he wants to feel better every single day. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to feel better when they're working out every single day? I know I do. I know when I work out and eat healthy, I feel better. I feel better about myself. I feel better about my self-esteem, and that's why I work out. Now, the end result is losing weight. When I coach somebody and I see somebody, I'm gonna pick on Sarah here, but when I see somebody, that loses 75 plus pounds and is now being contacted by Beachbody, that makes me feel good because she did it, right? Because that's what I think. I may have made like $50 off your challenge pack. Who cares? Who cares? I don't care about the points. I don't care about the challenge pack. I care about every single one of you guys. Annabelle, you too, and Amy, you too, and everybody else that's going to watch this video. I care about you guys hitting your goals, and I want to see big things happen. And I have big goals for my family as well. We're looking at buying a house. That's a big goal. Challenge packs, challenge groups, those are just small goals towards a bigger end, okay? And that's it. That's having a team of amazing people doing amazing things and leaving a legacy behind that really says, look what I did. I didn't sell 100 challenge packs, but I changed a few lives in the process. And that's what I'm here to do, and I hope that's something you guys are looking at too. Guys, have a wonderful afternoon. Hopefully these were some good tips. I'm going to post that post that I used so you guys have it, and I'll hopefully get this up soon. Have a wonderful night, you guys.